for others may to join.
Okay, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, so let's start. The very first paper of ACCA,
Sure, sir.
Business and Technology. Business and Technology. So first we will discuss about the paper. I mean, what is this subject? And then we will move towards covering the syllabus. So business and technology. So business and technology paper consists of only 25 chapters that we need to cover before March. We are going to attempt this paper in March. So before March, probably before last week of probably third week of February, we need to complete the syllabus. Not only we need to complete these 25 chapters, we need to cover practice questions from the kit as well. Because in exam, we will be facing questions so that we can apply knowledge on questions. So we need to cover the questions, we need to cover the syllabus during these 10 to 15 weeks, 10 to 15 weeks. So every Monday we will be having a class. The class time will be 6 to 9 p.m. UAE time. In 3 hours class will be there. Every Monday we are having class. Hopefully next Monday, next week we are having a winter break. So there will be no class in next week. Except that next week, every Monday we'll be having a class and we will arrange some extra classes like on Friday. There will be some Friday we are having class, not every Friday, but in some Fridays. So these are the 25 chapters that we need to cover. Don't need to read their name now because while covering them, we will read their name and then we will discuss what is in the chapter. So this is regarding the syllabus. And the purpose of this paper in ACCA, Business and Technology. Business and Technology. It's about a bit familiarity about business. Like some students are coming to the ACCA without having business, without having accountancy knowledge. Like they are coming from other science background, other arts background, or computer sciences background. So this paper is for those students who don't have any background relating to accountancy or business studies. So that they should be familiar about different terms of the business. So that they should be familiar about what is a business, what are the types of different businesses, how the processes goes on during the business. And the name of the paper is Business and Technology. There will be something about technology. But the 85% of our syllabus will be relating to business. Only the 15% syllabus will be relating to technology. The major portion is relating to business studies. This paper is mainly business studies. Obviously, in business nowadays, we are using technology. Accountants, auditors using technology, IT in their accountancy work, in their auditing work, how they are using technology, what kind of technology they are using. So we should be familiar of those things as well. So that's why a little bit about technology is also included in our syllabus. So 85% is relating to business, only 15% area is relating to technology. So why this paper has been included? Just to create awareness about business, different types of businesses and business processes for those students who are coming into ACCA without having accountancy or business studies knowledge. So after completing this paper, we need to attempt the paper. What will be your paper? In paper, you will face MCQs. In paper, you will face mainly MCQs. There will be 30 MCQs of 2 marks each. That will comprise 60 marks. So 30 MCQs of 2 marks each. 30 MCQs of 2 marks each, like there will be some lines and there will be some options like A, B, C, D. You have to choose one option, either A, B, C, D. There will be 16 questions of 1 mark each. And these questions might be having just two options. A true, B false. According to statement, you have to identify either it is true or false. And then there will be 6 a little bit bigger questions. In these 6 bigger questions of 4 mark each, there will be a scenario. And based on that scenario, there will be some requirements that you have to answer. And those requirements might be to tick different options from a list or to tick a MCQ option like A, B, C, D. So this will be your paper for 100 marks. 30 MCQs of 2 marks each, 16 MCQ of 1 mark each, and 6 bigger question of 4 mark each. And the time for this paper will be 2 hours. I mean, within 2 hours, you have to complete the paper. And total marks are 100. And interestingly, to pass this paper, you have to score 50 marks, mean half marks. Though there are 2 hours, but mostly students who have covered the complete syllabus, who have practiced the questions, they can easily complete this paper within 1.5 hours. I mean, timing is not an issue for this paper. I haven't seen any student who is complaining, oh, time was short, that's why I couldn't complete the paper. No, timing is not an issue. If you have covered the complete syllabus, you have covered the practice questions, so you will be able to complete this paper within 1.5 hours and you can easily score 50 marks. It's not a difficult paper. Though the syllabus is a little bit bigger, like 25 chapters, but those chapters are not too much, like we will be covering 2 chapters on each day basis. This means these chapters are smaller, not too much bigger. So we'll be easily covering 2 chapters on daily basis. And we will be covering practice question from kit. I have shared all the study material in a Teams. I will share with the WhatsApp group as well, so that you can have in your laptops, in your computer, in your mobile, so that you can study from that. So this is regarding the paper. So let's move towards our syllabus. Let's start the first chapter. So the first chapter name is the business organization. Chapter 1, business organization. Business organization. I mean, this chapter is all about organization and different types of organization. And what is the difference between organization and business organization? So moving towards chapter 1. The business organization. What is organization? The people sitting online, what is mean by organization? What is organization? What is organization? The people sitting online can speak. Yes. Rakib Uzama.
Organization means for a purpose, a group of people get together and work for their various to um, gain a purpose or to achieve a result on a point.
Excellent. Just a moment, I need to add one more person. She is in the lobby. Just a moment, please. Here I can see the lobby. Samani, you have joined in it.
Yes, I am. I was having difficulties.
So you have joined now. So,
Yes.
so can you provide some information? What is mean by organization? What do you know about organization?
It's a group of people with a common goal.
Yeah, group of people with a common goal, that is organization. And what they do? Are they doing anything, or just a group of people with a common goal is organization?
I would think so.
They will be doing
It's
something in it. So we can say
yes.
organization is a group of people, is a group of people working together. See, they are doing something together, not individually. They are doing something together, working together for a specific purpose. Specific purpose. Mean all the people are having one purpose or a specific goal that they need to achieve. So in simple word, what is organization? Is a group of people. Group of people, we can say group of people is a social arrangement. So we can say organization is a social arrangement. Mean group of people working together. Working together mean they have controlled performance. Working together mean they have controlled performance, means somebody from them is checking them, is monitoring them that they are working together. Means somebody is controlling them. Who? The leader of them. And they have chosen their own leader. And why they are being together, working, being together to achieve a specific goal. So this is organization. So a business organization is a social arrangement, mean group of people structured for people to work towards a common goal. For controlled performance means somebody is monitoring them, controlling them, checking them through system and procedures in place to ensure groups goals are achieved. Because if there is no monitoring, people will not work towards achieving goals. They will be wasting time. So there should be some policies, procedures, system, or any person who is monitoring them of a collective goal, and they are working for a collective goal. Goal should be same for everybody. If the goal is different in everybody mind, then they will not be working together. That will not be called organization. They are working individually. Organization are defined by their goal. For example, school. The purpose for all the teachers, for all the staff is to educate the students. So we got to know what is organization. Group of people working together for specific purpose. Got the idea? Okay. Why do we need organization? Meanwhile, organization is necessary. If one person is working individually, he might be having limited skills. He might not be expert in all fields, in all areas. So through organization, we can share skill and knowledge with each other. If one person is lacking in one skill, other person will provide that skill. If you are lacking in one skill, the other person will provide that skill to you, that support to you through his skills. So through organization, we can share skills and knowledge. Through organization, we can achieve specialization. And we can achieve specialized staff. And through organization, we can pool resources. Like if money is limited for one person, 3-4% can pool the money and can create a bigger business, can run a bigger business. Even you can share time with each other. Like one person is working in the daytime, other person are working at the night time. So you can pool resources like money, time, things like that. So these are the three purposes of organization. We can share skills and knowledge with each other by having different people. There will be specialized, obviously, specialized skills can be available through organization, because if one person is working individually, he might not be specialized in all the field. He might be specialized in 1, 2, or maximum 3 field. And we can pool resources like money and time. So all of the above results in synergy. This is another purpose of organization. What is synergy? Can anybody provide me the concept of synergy? If I test your mathematics, what is 2 plus 2? What is 2 plus 2? 2? No, 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. You have studied wrong mathematics. Where you have studied mathematics? 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. You know, Amani, is that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 or 5?
It's equal to
Oh,
4.
definitely
Oh, it's
4.
5. I'm saying it's 5.
How it can be
How?
5?
How it can be? It's called synergy. Like, see, if this person and this person, they working separately, but he will generate 2, what he will generate 2, that will become 4. That is your mathematics you have studied. Now we are moving towards new mathematics. If they are working together by sharing knowledge, expertise with each other, they will generate extra benefit. And now 2 plus 2 will become 5. Mean with combination of 2 experts, 2 or more experts, we can generate extra benefits, and those extra benefit with combination of skilled persons, that is called synergy. Means synergy mean 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Mean if 2 individuals working separately, if one is generating 2, other is generating 2, that will be 4. But if they are working together by sharing skills and knowledge with each other, then they can generate 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Mean extra benefit with the combination of 2 experts, 2 or more experts, that is called synergy. And this is another purpose of organization. Individual cannot generate synergy. Through organization, we can generate synergy. So all of the above results in synergy, where an organization can achieve more than an individual could on their own. So we have discussed what is organization, and we have discussed what are the purposes of organization: sharing knowledge skills, getting specialized skills, pooling resources, and achieving synergy gain. Now we are moving towards different types of organization. There are mainly 2 types of organization: commercial organization and not for profit organization. Commercial organization and not for profit organization. Commercial organization are also called business organization. Commercial are business organization. Business organization means those organization whose purpose is to generate profit. And not for profit organization, also called NFPOs, not for profit organizations, whose purpose is other than profit. So those organizations whose main goal, main purpose is to generate profit, they will be called commercial or business organization. An organization whose purpose is other than profit, like social welfare, they will be called not-for-profit organization. All the public sector organization, I have used the term public sector. Public sector mean organization of public, mean government organization. They are normally not for profit organization. They work for the social welfare of the people, not for the profit. But mainly private organization of private individuals, private investors, they work for the profit. They exist to generate profit, and they will be called business or commercial organization. And business organization, that motive is to generate profit. There are further types of business organization. What are the types of business organizations? Sole traders, partnerships, and limited liability company. In simple word, company. What is sole tradership? A business of one person, like a shop. whose owner is one person. He is managing the complete business. He is the salesman, he is the purchaser, he is the accountant, he is the owner, he is the manager. So that is called sole tradership. What is partnership? Where two or more person combinedly started and running a business, that is called partnership. In how many minimum members? Two. Maximum could be so many, but it's better. Maximum should be 20, not more than this. So sole trader, also called sole proprietor, means single owner business. He is managing all the activities of the business. He is making a decision. All the profit going into that single owner, that will be called sole tradership. And if two or more person have combinedly invested money into the business and they are running mutually the business, the profit is sharing between those persons, that will be called partnership. There is a main difference between sole trader and partnership. In sole tradership, the owner's liability is unlimited. In sole tradership, the owner's liability is unlimited. Even in partnership, the owner's liability is unlimited. What does that mean? In case of losses, like if business suffers so many losses and they have to pay money back to other people, like to supplier from whom they have bought goods on credit, mean they have to pay money to others. So owner's personal asset will be sold to pay the debt of the business. In case of losses, owner's personal asset. Personal asset mean might be his personal car, might be his personal property, might be his personal bank account money will be used to pay off a debt of the business. This is the main drawback of sole tradership and partnership. What is a limited liability company? A company is a business of more than two people. But in company, the owner are different. Who are the owner? They will be called shareholder. The management is different. Who is managing the business? Directors. And in company, owner's liability is limited. Limited to what amount? Limited to investment, mean whatever they have invested in the business. In case of losses, their personal property will not be affected, will not be sold to pay off debt of the company. So company is a big business. Partnership is a bit smaller than company, but sole trader is a small business. That is owner managed business, mean owner is managing a business. A small shop is called sole tradership. Normally the accountancy firms and lawyer firms businesses are partnership business. Mean different lawyers, different accountants combined together, invested money together and running the business together. That is called partnership. But big manufacturing businesses are called company, where who are the owner, shareholder, and who is managing the business? Directors. Mean shareholder have appointed directors and they have given authority to the directors to manage their business. Director receiving salary, shareholder receiving profit. But in sole trader and partnership, owner's liability is unlimited, mean in case of losses, their personal property can be sold to pay off debt the company. But in company, owner's liability is limited to the amount of investment. Whatever they have invested in the company, it will be in case of loss, only that money will be gone. Their personal property will not be affected. Can you understand this? Everybody, any question? Okay, let's read. Sole trader, these are the owned and run by one person, means single person business. The owner is not legally separate from the business. Mean he is sharing all the profit, all the losses, and he have to pay the debt from the business or from his pocket. And solely bears all profit and losses, and we can add owner's liability is unlimited. Partnership, these are owned and run by two or more persons. Partnership may have unlimited or limited liability. Normally, partnership business liability is unlimited. But in some countries, there is an option like you can register your partnership business as a limited liability partnership called LLP. If you have registered your partnership business as LLP, mean limited liability partnership, then partners mean owner's liability will be limited up to the amount of investment. But if you have registered a normal partnership rather than LLP, then partner's liability will be automatically unlimited. But this option of registering partnership as LLP is limited in some countries, not available in all countries around the world. The business is a separate legal entity, meaning in case of limited liability partnership, the business is a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity mean a separate person, an artificial person in a society. This means if any debt of the business that belongs to the business rather than the owners, because owners are separate, business is separate. But in sole trader, business is not separate. It's linked to the owner. So, and the partner's liability is limited to the amount invested in the partnership if they have registered as LLP. What is limited liability company? These have a separate legal identity to its owner, mean company is a separate, owner is a separate person. All the assets of business is of a business rather than owner. All the debts mean liabilities of business is of business rather than owner. But owner will lose the amount invested into the business only. So owner known as shareholder, the owner's liability is limited to the amount invested in the company. So we have differentiated later between what is sole tradership, what is partnership, and there could be two types of partnership, normal partnership and limited liability partnership and a company. Let's move forward. There can be two types of company. Company is having two types, private limited company and public limited company. What is the difference between these two companies? Public limited company can issue their shares in a general public, where stock exchange. Anybody from the general public can buy their shares because company is allowed to issue shares to general public through stock exchange. But private company, limited company cannot issue shares in a general public. Their shares can be in the hand of certain private people. I mean, there is some restriction on private limited company. While public limited company having no restriction in issuing shares, they can issue shares on stock exchange to general public. For private limited company, it is necessary they have to add LTD along with the name of the company. And through LTD, it will be identified that this company is private limited company. For public limited company, they have to add PLC, public limited company, along with their name. And by adding PLC with their name, they can be differentiated as public limited company. So private limited company, LTD after their name, they have to use must. Shares cannot be offered to general public, mean they can sell shares between private individuals, the owners itself, not to the general public. Mean if there are 10 owners of the company, they can exchange share with each other only. But for private company, they can sell share through stock exchange to anybody in the world. So PLC after their name, share can be offered to the general public. So difference between commercial organization and not-for-profit organization. And commercial mean business organization is having three types: sole tradership, partnership, and limited liability company. Partnership could be either limited liability partnership. Companies could be either public limited company or private limited company. Now moving towards not-for-profit organization. So not-for-profit organization are those whose objective is not to see profitability, mean their objective is other than profit. Social welfare, like environmental body whose purpose is to protect the environment from business organization. So their purpose is other than profit. There is a government hospital whose purpose is to provide health services. So other than profit. There is a government school whose purpose is to educate people other than profit. You know? So instead, they seek to satisfy the particular need of their members or sector of society. They have been set up to provide benefit to others, to provide benefit to people, not to generate profit. Objective of NFPs can vary. For instance, hospital aim to treat patient, charity aim to provide relief for various victims. For example, schools, hospitals, charities, they are all not-for-profit organization. I'm not talking about private schools, private hospitals, because their main motive is to generate money, profit. Then he has differentiated organization could be public sector and private sector organization, mean NFPOs could be public sector or private sector. Mean if any charity has been created by the government people, that will be called public sector. If any charity has been created by the private people, that will be called private sector organization. It's public sector, not publicly limited. Public sector means sector for the public is government organization. Government representing whom? Public. So if public has created, government has created any organization, that will be called public sector organization. So public sector organization form that part of the economy that is concerned with providing basic government services and is controlled by government organization, for example, police, military, public transport. Police force, military force, who are the owner of these organizations? Public, you people. These policemen, these military officers, they are your servant because they are working under you. Who is providing their pay? You, through your taxation. What is private sector organization are run by private individuals and groups rather than the government, for example, businesses, charities, clubs, etc. What are non-governmental organization? NGOs stands for non-governmental organization, mean organization created by private members. They could be either profit making or not for profit, but mostly not for profit. So a non-governmental organization is one which doesn't have a profit as the primary goal and is not directly linked to the national government. They often promote political, social, or environmental change with the countries they operate. For example, Red Cross, doctors without borders, and Greenpeace, etc. These are all examples of non-governmental organization. As ACCA is based in UK, so in our syllabus, we will be having examples of different companies of UK. So people living in other part of the world than UK might not be familiar with these Red Cross and Greenpeace. So we have studied two main types of organization: commercial business and not-for-profit. Commercial business is of sole trader, partnership, company, and not-for-profit organization could be public sector or private sector or NGOs. NGOs mean private sector. Now we are moving toward another type of organization, that is cooperatives. A little bit complex type of organization. What is cooperative? An organization that is created by member. Who created them? Members. Mean different peoples who have invested money to start this organization, and benefits of the organization shared by the members. Mean an organization that is created by members and members sharing the benefit of that organization, that is called cooperative. Could be either profit or not for profit. Could be either profit or not for profit. Suppose there were four doctors. They were working somewhere in the industry. At the age of retirement, they all four decided, okay, we should combinedly build a hospital and we should run that hospital for the benefit of people. Mean these four doctors have formed a hospital, started a hospital, and they are working in that hospital and they are providing free health services. This means this is called cooperative organization and purpose not for profit. Purpose not for profit. What benefit they are sharing with each other? The number of patient they treated. That is benefit means satisfaction. We have treated this much patients during the month, during the week, during the year. That is called cooperative. Our four doctors have decided, okay, we are working in different hospitals. Why not we should start our own hospital? They all four invested the money, started a hospital, and the profit they are sharing with each other. That is also called cooperative, but the purpose is profit making. You know what is a cooperative? An organization that is created by members. They are running the organization and they are sharing the benefit with each other, not to anyone else. They are sharing the benefit with each other. That is called cooperative. Similar to partnership if profit making. But if not profit making, then it's not partnership. You know, cooperative could be some other type, like four farmers working on farms and they combinedly invested money to buy an expensive farming equipment because individually they were not able to buy that equipment. So therefore pulled up the money and buy an expensive farming equipment, and all four are using that equipment according to their need. That is also called cooperative. Mean they have bought an asset, mean farming equipment. By pooling the money, mean it is created by members and members sharing the benefit. That is also called cooperative. Another example. Nowadays, different departmental stores, grocery stores are providing you a loyalty card. Like whenever you buy something from that store, they will add some points to your card. Loyalty points. After having enough points, you can use for purchasing those points. You know, that loyalty card scheme is also called cooperative. Mean they have realized like you are their loyal customer. You are helping them to generate profit. So through loyalty points, they are sharing a part of profit with you. In that loyalty card for loyalty point, that is also a cooperative mean created by members. And through those points, they are sharing points with their loyalty customers. This is another extreme example of cooperative. So what is cooperative? Cooperative are organizations that are owned and democratically controlled by their members. Members have invested, they are running, they are sharing benefits. Each member gets a single vote on key decision. Unlike companies where shareholders get a vote, And owners are different, management is different, but in this organization, owner managers are same. They are organized solely to meet the need of the members, owners who usually share any profit. And if profit making, they are sharing profit with each other. If not for profit, they are sharing benefit, means satisfaction or services provided. So this chapter has completed now. Now we are moving towards some questions. Mean what we could be facing in exam paper after getting this much knowledge. Question number 1. Tim is organizing a social event. Which of the following would be benefit of him forming a committee? Committee means group of people to manage the planning process and the event itself. Which of the following would be benefit of him? I mean, if he has created a committee, forming a committee of different individuals for the planning process of the event, what could be the benefit? It would help him, mean the committee would help him overcome his limitation by bringing on board other people with different skills to him. Yes. It would save him time through the joint efforts of everyone on the committee. It would save him time through the joint efforts of everyone on the committee. Instead, he is asking outsider people to get any knowledge, to get any expertise. If all expertise are available, his time will be saved. It would help to satisfy Tim's social need. Yes, by having different people, he can manage his social need. What is social need? I should have link with other people so that I can talk with others while working. I should have some affection. I should have some friendship with others to relax my mind so that I can talk during working. Yes, by having a committee, by having a group of people, people's social need can be fulfilled. All members of the committee would have to be skilled in all aspect of managing the social event. No, it is not necessary that all members should be having are skilled. If all are skilled, they can work individually. There is no need for combining people. We are combining people, like if anybody is lacking in skill, other can support him through his skill. So this is not. So 1, 2, 3, where we can find 1, 2, 3. Number 8, part 8. This MCQ is not relating to this chapter, but by having knowledge of organization, he has used the term committee instead of organization, so we can link. But other MCQs are linked to this chapter. Number 2. Can you identify whether it's true or false? Many schools run fundraising events such as fairs. Fundraising events such as fairs. Why? To provide benefit to others for charity purpose. You know, where the intention is to make a profit, but that profit they will not enjoy. So this makes them profit seeking. Are they have whether they have is that for profit seeking? No, it's for charity purpose, providing benefit to other people. So it is false, not for profit seeking. Number 3, which of the following are usually seen as a primary objective of companies? To maximize the wealth of the shareholder. Yes. To protect the environment. Though this is the objective, like we need to protect the environment, but this is the not primary objective. It could be the primary objective for public sector organization. To make a profit. So 1 and 3, which option? Delta. Number 4 is purpose of business, but not the primary purpose. It could be primary purpose for government organization, not private companies. Number 4, which of the following organization is most likely to be classified as part of public sector? Public sector means government organization. A charity, a social club, a school, a public limited company. This can never be a public sector. Which is most appropriate? School, because in most of the countries, government provide free education at school level, not at university level, even at university level, but not all universities are public sector, but schools are mostly public sector. Yeah, to promote study, to promote education, literacy. Number 5, which of the following is not a benefit that organization have over individual? They allow the sharing of skills and knowledge. This is the benefit. They enable people to perform tasks that would be unable to achieve on their own. This is a benefit of organization. They enable synergy to be achieved. Yes. They speed up time taken to make a decision. No. When one person making a decision by himself, he can quickly decide. If you are making a decision with so many peoples involved, so there will be time wasting because you have to discuss things. One is saying something different, other person is saying something different. You have to convince other. He has to convince you with his idea. So it will be time taking. So this is not the benefit of organization over individual. And number 6, you people have to identify by yourself. Non-governmental. Greenwatch is an independent environmental charity set up to lobby the government for improved environmental regulation on business. What type of organization is Greenwatch most likely to be classed as? Mean this organization is working as to pressurize the government to protect the environment. So if it is to pressurize the government, it is not public sector. It is private. Is that cooperative created by members and members sharing the benefit? No, there is no information of members. Is that non-governmental? Yes. Is that commercial for making profit? No. So what is that? Non-governmental. NGOs. But we have to choose option from these 4. Yes. Okay, so chapter 1 has completed now. Now we are moving towards chapter 2. I have shared these notes in Teams. I will share in the group as well. Okay, for your study and practice purpose. So chapter 2 name is business organization and structure. Mean in this chapter we will study structure and different types of organization structure. But we will study structure and different types of organization structure. There are mainly 3 types of organization structure. Types of organization structure. One is called entrepreneurial structure. Other is called functional structure. And other is called divisional structure. entrepreneurial function division. There are so many other types of structure as well, but these are the three main types. If we have understood their basic difference, we will be able to cover other types of structure as well. What is entrepreneurial structure? When an organization is born, it is a small business. It is a sole trader business. One owner have made investment in the business. He is managing the complete business by himself. Mean that is owner managed business. What we will call it? Owner managed business. Everything is around one single entrepreneur, mean investor, owner. That is called entrepreneurial structure. If one person managing all the operations of the business, he is looking for sale, he is looking for purchase, he is managing production, he is managing accounts, he is managing marketing. That will be called entrepreneurial structure. But a single person can manage a simple business. I mean, business processes are simple. So as the organization grow, its processes are becoming complex. And to deal the complexity, you need expertise. But a single person cannot be expert in all field. So as the business will grow, the complexity will arise. And to deal complexity, you need expertise. So what the owner will do, he will appoint expert managers under him. And he will delegate authority to expert managers to look after the sale. He will appoint a sale manager. To look after the purchase, he will appoint purchase manager. To look on the marketing, he will appoint marketing managers. So if he has appointed different managers under him, delegated authority to different managers, that will be called functional structure. Mean this is the owner. He has made different departments. Departments mean different functions. One for sales and marketing, one for procurement, one for IT, one for production, and he has appointed different manager, one for sale and marketing, one for procurement, one for IT, one for production, and delegated authority to them. You are responsible for sale, you are responsible for procurement, you are responsible for IT, you are responsible for production. So that will be called functional structure. Can you understand these two? Yes. Entrepreneurial and functional. As organization grow further, mean organization has moved toward different cities, different areas, or different countries. Our organization has been expanded into different types of products. So the owner will create a divisional structure. What is divisional structure? He will make different divisions, like division A, like division B, like division C. Like if business is operating in different parts of the country, he will create a division A as East division. He will create division B. Give me 1 minute, please. Just give me a minute, please. There's an issue with class 3. Okay, sort it. So as business will grow further,
Mr.
the
Zia,
honor, yes,
sorry, can you just explain functional structure for me again?
functional structure, when business operations become complex, a little bit complex, it is difficult for the single owner to manage all the complex processes through his single expertise. This means to manage the complex process, he need experts. So in functional structure, what he has done, he has appointed some expert people, mean expert managers, and he has divided business functions into different departments and have delegated the authority to managers to manage that department. So that is called functional. In entrepreneurial, everything is managed by a single owner.
Noted, I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Now we are moving towards divisional structure. What is the divisional structure? The business processes has become more complex because the business has spread into different products, different geographical regions. Now what owner is doing? So the owner has created different divisions, like it could be geographical divisions, like division A relating to east area, division B relating to west area, division C might be relating to south area, and division D might be relating to north area. Our business is operating in different countries. Suppose he has created division A for UK, division B for USA, and division C say for Australia. And he has appointed a divisional manager. He has appointed a divisional manager and given the authority to that divisional manager, delegated his authority to that divisional manager. Mr. Divisional Manager, you have to manage this division only. How? It's up to you. I just need performance. If you will be performing well, you will be divisional manager. If you will not performing well, I will change you. For division B, he has appointed another divisional manager. For division C, he has appointed another divisional manager, and he has delegated authority to divisional manager. What he is doing, he is just checking their performance. And each division is having their own function. Division A might be having their own sales and marketing, their own procurement, their own IT, their own production. Division B is having their own marketing and sales, having their own IT, having their own production. Division C is having their own function as well. I mean, every division will be having their own functional structure. Divisions could be according to geographical area. Division could be according to product. Like if you have started a garments business, at start, the business was small. You were managing everything by yourself. That was entrepreneurial. Then the business expanded a little bit. You created functional structure, mean appointed different expert manager, delegated authority, mean created different departments. And now the business has expanded a bit more. So you have created product division. Product division like one division for shirts, one division for trouser, one division for socks. And you have appointed manager for each division. One manager have to just focus on the production of socks. One manager have to just focus on the production of trousers or pants. So this could be the division. Division could be either business processes. What is mean by business processes? Suppose for an oil company, there could be three different processes like extracting oil, refining oil, and selling oil. So you have created three divisions. One is extraction, one is refining, and other is sales division. And you have appointed one manager just for focus on extraction process. Another manager have to focus on just for refining, and other manager have to focus on selling and distribution. So division could be geographical area wise, divisions could be either product wise, and division could be according to business processes. But in divisional structure, you have delegated entire authority to divisional manager, and each division will be having their own functions, their own department. What being a owner you are doing, you are just checking their performance. In functional, you are giving direction to each manager, each department. You are checking each department whether they are working properly or not. Mean you still involved in the decision making, but here you are not involved in the decision making. Who is involved in decision making relating to that divisional manager? You are just enjoying profit by sitting aside. So at starts the small organization where everything is managed by a single entrepreneurial, that will be called entrepreneurial structure, where processes are simple. Small shop is an example of entrepreneurial structure. But as the processes becomes complex, business has expanded. It is difficult for the owner to manage everything. So he has appointed different managers. He has created different departments, delegated authority to that departmental manager, and managing business through some expert people regarding each field. That will be called functional structure. But as the business becoming more bigger, more complex, so it is difficult to manage business from one office. So you have created different divisions of the business, has appointed divisional manager, giving him authority to manage to run that division. I just need performers, whatever the planning, whatever the decision making, who will be doing? Divisional manager. And each division might be having their own function department. Division could be either geographical area wise, could be either product wise, or could be either business process wise. So let's read now. What is a structure? Structure means hierarchy, line of authority. Whether every authority is retained by the owner himself, mean entrepreneurial, or he has delegated authority to different functional managers or divisional manager, mean functional or division. So what is the structure? Structure is concerned with the way in which work is divided up. Either everything is doing by one person, different managers, or different divisional managers, and allocated. It outlines the role and responsibilities of individuals and groups within the organization. And there are several types of organization structure. So in simple word, what is organization structure? The division of work, the role, responsibility of individual is called organization structure. What is entrepreneurial? This structure is built around the owner manager and is typically a small business in the early stage of development when business is just born. Then the small business will be owner managed entrepreneur. What are the advantages of entrepreneurial structure? Single owner can make decision quickly, because with combining people, there will be slow process of decision making, because you have to listen to everyone. You have to debate. You have to convince others. More responsive to market mean through quick decision making, you can adopt market, you can influence market quickly. And goal congruence. Goal congruence mean mutual interest. In entrepreneurial, there might be some helpers working under the owner, and everybody in the organization will be working for one single purpose. There will be no contradiction between people, because those helpers are not involved in decision making. They are working as per direction of the owner. So goal congruence means mutual interest. And good control. Owner is controlling everything, small business. So he can control everything by himself. And close bond of a workforce mean he is closely linked with the laborer. Close relation with the laborer because he is working with the laborer. But there are some disadvantages. Lack of career structure. Mean if owner have not delegated authority to lower people, there will be no chance of improving their skills. There is no chance of going upward. They will be working as a laborer only, because at upper only owner is sitting. Dependent upon the capabilities of one person, the owner, and he might not be expert in all areas. The business is dependent upon one person. If he is ill, business will be ill. If he is dead, business will be dead. And cannot cope with diversification growth. Mean a big business, growing business cannot be managed through single entrepreneur, because to deal with complexities, you need expertise. And single person cannot be expert in all areas. Mean are diversified, mean operating in different region, different products are growing. Mean big business cannot be managed through this structure. What is functional or departmental structure, where you have created different departments, appointed departmental manager, and delegating authority to each departmental manager to manage a function. Functional organization groups together employees that undertake a similar task into department. Mean there is this one manager for sales and marketing, and he's having 4 or 5 people in his department, and these 6 people are just focusing on sale and marketing only. This structure is common in organizations that have outgrown an entrepreneurial structure. Mean this structure will be in those organizations where entrepreneurial structure failed to manage the business. But like board of director, like owner, they have created different departments like marketing, production, finance, personnel, mean HR department, human resource to manage employees, human in the business. And you have appointed manager for each department and given them some staff, and they are focusing on their function. What are the advantages of functional structure? Through functional structure, you can achieve economies of scale. What is economies of scale? In functional, you have divided the work into some expert people, rather than one person focusing on all things. If one person is focusing on different things, he cannot become expert in any field. When you divide the work and you allow one person to focus on one type of task, through this people become specialized. And if people becoming specialized, their speed of working will also be increasing. If one day they are producing 10 units, through repetition on the next 5 days, they will be producing 11 or 12 units. And that will be called economies of scale. Mean through dividing the work between people, you will achieve specialization as well as economies of scale, mean efficiency, mean cost will be reduced. In small time, you will be producing more. Efficiency. Standardization mean everything has become standardized. And there are career opportunities as well, like people know, okay, we are working at this level, so we can move up. There is no chance of career progression in entrepreneur. But there are some disadvantages. Empire building, mean organization structure will be tall, like chairman, directors, under directors there are managers, under managers there are supervisors, and under supervisors there are employees. If they have to discuss anything with the owner, there will be so many steps they have to pass. Mean the tall structure is called empire building. That can lead towards a slow communication and slow decision making. And it is slow. Mean communication and decision making will be slow. Conflict between function, mean different functions, different departments will be having conflict with each other, because some functions are depending upon each other. Like this production department is depending upon purchase department. This marketing and sale department is dependent upon production, because if purchase department haven't purchased material on time. Production department cannot produce on time. If they haven't produced on time, delivery and sale department cannot sell and deliver on time. So one department work could be affected by the work of other department. And if this happens, there will be conflict between departments. And if there are conflicts, organization will be disturbed. Not only organization, your customer will be affected, your profitability will be affected, your sale will be affected. So these are the problems. So cannot cope with diversification if business has expanded. Diversified mean expanded into different markets, different products. So it will be difficult to manage the diversified means spread business into different markets, different countries from a single office. Due to this, you have to move towards divisional structure. What is divisional structure? An organization is split into several divisions. Each one autonomously means separately overseeing a product, a geographical area, or even by the customer. You can create a division customer wise as well, like wholesale customer and retail customer. Division could be either geographical area wise, could be product wise, could be business process wise, or could be customer wise. If you are having different types of customer like a wholesale customer and retail customer, so you made two divisions. One to focus on just wholesale mean bigger customer, and one to focus on retail mean individual small customers. So each one autonomously overseeing a product, a geographic section, or even customer. Each division is likely to have a functional structure, mean every division will be having their own functions with all the departments it needs in order to operate in its particular market segment. It could be like that division A, division B, division C, and they're having their separate marketing, sale, production, IT, etc. What are the advantages of divisional structure? Enables growth. By making divisions, you can grow your business more. Because in one country, only one person is focusing, other country, other person is having focus according to local condition, because he is expert in that. Clear responsibility for product and division. Who is responsible what? Clearly defined. Training of general managers, and we can train the managers by moving from one division to another. Easily adopted for further diversification. If business want to move into new more products, he can create more divisions. Business can be expanded easily. Top managers are free to concentrate on strategic matter. To manage the division is the responsibility of divisional manager. What top management will do, he will check where else we can expand our business. In which other country we can expand our business. In which new products we can expand our business. But there are some problems. If you have given authority to divisional managers, what he is doing, whether he is doing properly or not, whether he is managing staff or not, whether he is meeting the social need of that country or not, there will be some difficult control. Lack of goal congruence, mutual interest. Might be divisional manager managing the division for his personal interest. He is not focusing on the main objective of the owner. Specialists may feel isolated, they are working separate, so they might feel isolated. We are working away from other part of the organization. An allocation of central cost can be a problem. Like if business is operating in one area or in one country, you can arrange your store only one in that country, and from one store you can deliver goods to all areas of the country. But in divisional, you have to manage store in all different countries. And if you are managing stores in all different countries, because from one country store, you cannot quickly move stock to other country. So through this, you might be bearing some extra cost. Every division will be having their own function, will be having their own departmental managers. paying to three people in marketing, to paying to three marketing manager. So this could be a problem, mean could be costly. He has explained the divisional structure as geographical structure separate. Things are seen. This is similar to divisional structure, mean he is assuming this divisional structure is a product division, and he has explained the divisional structure as geographical if operating in different geographical region, but involves each division covering a specific location. Advantage is similar and disadvantage is similar. So in this chapter, what we have covered three main types of structure: entrepreneurial, divisional, and functional. Divisional is further divided into product and geographic. But we know there could be other type of division like business process wise or customer wise. Let's take a break for 15 minutes because 3 hours continuous. I know it's difficult. So take a break for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we will cover further things in this chapter. So coming in 15 minutes.
Mr. Zia,
Yes.
can you just pause on the last part, the geographical structure?
Geographical is similar to divisional. Like he has explained that division could be either product wise, like he has explained the main divisional as a products division. It could be divisions according to geographical area, like in different countries. Mean this is similar to divisional structure like product division, but involves each division covering a specific location, and the advantages and disadvantages are similar. There is no difference between advantages and advantages. So if you ignore this, just cover this divisional, could be either product, could be either geography, could be either customer wise, could be either business process wise. That's enough.
All right, thank you.
Okay, coming in 15 minutes. Take a break. All there? So chapter 2, we have covered 3 types of structure. Entrepreneurial, owner managed business. Everything is around single entrepreneur owner. Functional, the owner has given authority to departmental manager for managing their function. And divisional, owner has given authority to manage a division to divisional manager, and he's just checking the performance of each division. Now we are moving towards another type of structure that is called matrix structure. Matrix structure, also called dual command structure or dual reporting line structure. Dual command or dual reporting line structure. In our syllabus, it is not explained in true terms. So let's discuss this, then we will study what they have explained. Okay, what is matrix structure? Suppose in our organization, there are 3 projects going on. Project A, Project B, Project C. What is project? What is project? Project is a task. Project is a task to achieve any objective. Project is a task to achieve any objective which has predefined start, middle, and end. A project will be successful if it is completed within a time and within cost. Within time and within cost, if it is completed, but not within time, not within cost, then that project will be failed. The project success depends upon its completion on timely basis and within cost. This means to complete the project within time, within cost, we have to manage the project properly. What happened? For project, we need to appoint a project manager who is responsible for completing project within time, within cost, and we have given him a project team. Mean different people who will work on the project. This project team can be made by 2 ways. Either we will appoint a separate staff that have to work on the project. Like if it's the project is for 3 years, we have appointed that separate staff for 3 years. We have made a contract with that staff for 3 years. And after completion of the project, their contract will be cancelled. They will be removed automatically. Or company management arrange this project team through matrix structure. Project team can be made either by appointing a separate staff that have to just focus on project, and after completion of the project, that team will be disbanded. Or the project team can be made through matrix structure. What is matrix structure? Instead of appointing separate staff for the project, you are asking existing employee of the organization to work on your routine role as well as to work on the project as well. Not appointing separate staff, you are demanding, you are asking existing staff to perform dual role, your routine role as well as to work on the project. This means the staff has to perform dual role. they have to work under two different managers, one their routine manager and other product manager. Mean they have to report their work to two different managers, the project relating work to project manager and their routine work to their routine manager. That's why they are working under two managers, mean two managers controlling them. That's why it will be called dual command structure. Means staff will be controlled by two managers. They have to report their work to two different managers. That's why it will be called dual reporting line structure. Is that fine? Can you understand this? What is matrix structure? Employees are working on different tasks, mean along with their routine tasks, they are working on some new project task as well. Mean they have to work under two different managers. They have to report their work to two different managers. So that's why it is called dual command structure or dual reporting line structure. Okay. Suppose there is an quality control expert. His main role is to check the quality of production department and report to production manager whether the production quality is going fine or not. That is his main role. If this quality control expert has been asked to check the quality of project B and report to project manager as well regarding the quality of project B, whether project B is going fine or not. This means he is reporting to two different managers, the routine function to production manager and project B quality to project B manager. So this will be called matrix structure, dual command or dual reporting line structure. Can you understand this? Okay, let's read this. Matrix structure is a combination of a functional and a divisional structure. Mean where one person is managing one division as well as he is managing a main function in the head office as well. Mean he is performing two different functions. So that will be called matrix structure. What are the advantages? Both functional and divisional structure can be managed by one person. Flexibility, mean he is switching from one task to another. He is not just focusing on one task. Customer orientation, mean employees are focusing on customer need. Mean when there is a need to start a project for the customer, they will be focusing on that as well. Encourage teamwork and exchange of opinion and experience. There is one problem with the matrix structure. What will happen? This production manager will pressurize this quality control expert to focus on production first because this is your routine task. But this project manager want to complete the project within time, within cost. He will pressurize this quality control expert to focus on project first, otherwise project will be failed. If both managers are pressurizing him, he will be under pressure, he will be confused, he will be demotivated, might be he will resign from the organization. So this matrix structure will work effectively if there is a good communication between these two managers. When I need to use this person and when you can use this person, if there is no communication between these two managers, then this structure will create problem for the organization regarding staff turnover. So this is one problem with this structure. And to discuss things with each other, they need to create different meetings. And creating meetings requires some time as well as cost. So there is one issue with matrix structure. Both manager can pressurize the employee who is working under two managers, and through that pressure, he might be demotivated if there is no communication between the managers who are using one employee. So what is the advantage? Encourage teamwork and exchange of opinion and expertise. Mean one expert can be used in different areas. Top management free to concentrate on strategic matters, mean this is the advantage of divisional. But there could be disadvantages. Dual command can create conflict if both want to complete their task first. Dilution of functional authority means this expert will not be completely satisfied what is more important for me, either this routine or this project. So dilution of functional authority. And time consuming meetings. Obviously, if there is pressure from both sides, so there is need for the meeting communication. So that will be time consuming, that can delay the task. And a higher admin cost. And if there are more meetings for communication, for deciding where this can be used, employee is motivated, he has resigned, organization need to discuss things with him so that they should retain him. So there will be some cost as well. So we have covered entrepreneurial structure, functional structure, divisional structure, and matrix structure. Now we are moving towards a different topic called boundaryless structure. What is boundaryless structure? Boundaryless means these are the boundaries of organization. If you are performing everything within the boundary, this means you are completing everything by yourself. If any of the tasks, instead of performing within the organization, you are getting that services outside the organization from other organization, so that will be called boundaryless structure. Means suppose you have outsourced. What you have done? You have outsourced your accountancy work to any accountancy firm. Mean you are not performing accountancy work within the organization. You are performing this function with other organization outside your boundary. That will be called boundaryless structure. Marketing function you have outsourced to any marketing agency. That will be called boundaryless structure. You know, these car manufacturing company, they do not manufacture every part of car by themselves. Suppose take example of Honda company. Their engine they buy from any company from Japan. Their tire they buy from any company in Korea. Their electronic system they buy from any company from China. What they do, they just design the car, take different components and assemble them. Mean the engine manufactured in some other organization, tire in other organization, electronic system from other organization. Mean they are not performing all the components, they are not manufacturing all the components of their product. So they are working on boundaryless structure. So what is boundaryless organization? Are essentially an unstructured design that is not constrained by having a chain of command or formal department. I mean, what they are doing, what they are not doing is not clearly defined. Within the focus, instead being on flexibility. There are a number of different types of boundaryless organization, and boundaryless organization are of three types: hollow structure, virtual organization, and modular organization. Hollow structure, virtual organization, and modular organization. What is a hollow structure? Organization have outsourced some of their function to outside the organization, mean to any other organization. That is called hollow structure. In business processes or business activities, business processes or business activities or business functions, there are some primary activities, primary functions, and some secondary activities, means secondary functions. If your business is to manufacture garments and sell. Your primary activities will be production. Your primary activities will be purchasing of a fabric or cotton. Your primary activities will be selling to customer. What could be the secondary? Marketing, IT, accounting. That could be secondary. If business has outsourced its secondary activities to any other organization and just doing their primary activities within the organization, that will be called hollow organization or hollow structure. So split their function into core. Core mean primary, main, the main business focus, production, purchasing, selling. Strategically important because their business is based on these things. You cannot outsource your production, otherwise there will be quality issue. You cannot outsource their purchasing, otherwise there will be quality issue. And non-core activities, non-core means secondary, that are not main. Usually outsource, for example, an accountancy training organization might outsource less important function like a payroll to third-party organizations specializing in payroll processing. Like a manufacturing organization have outsourced their accountancy function to accountancy firm. So can you understand what is a hollow organization or hollow structure? Where organization have outsourced their non-core activities, mean secondary activities, and they are just focusing on primary, mean core activities, main activities. So that will be called hollow structure. But it's virtual organization, where organization have outsourced all of the activities. They are performing everything from outside. That is called virtual organization. As an example, suppose Amazon. Who are the buyer? Who are the seller? Who are the investor? They are just running an application. That is virtual organization. Suppose I'm doing a business of events management. What is my business? What I do, I manage event. Event mean different functions of different parties. How I manage these? I have no office. I have no staff. I have no asset, no inventory. People contact me, mean different organization who want to create their event, who want to manage their event. They contact me through phone and provide me information. We need to arrange this event at this date, time with this many people. Can you arrange this? I say, yes, I will arrange this. How I arrange? I contact a catering company and order them. I need this catering equipment at this date, time, at that location. They deliver over there. I contact takeover company and order them. I need this kind of decor at that much area on this date, time. They deliver that. I contact a food company and ask them, I need this quantity of food at this place at that date, time. They deliver over there. I contact a labor company and ask them, I need this kind of waiter chefs on that time to this area. They provide over there. I mean, everything is available at that time, that date, on that place. I just manage with these things. And at the end of event, I charge bill to the customer, paying their amount and putting the rest of profit into my pocket and coming back home. So I'm managing this business. Do I have any office? Do I have my staff? Do I have any asset inventory? If I'm managing any business without having office, without asset, without permanent staff, mean by outsourcing all of the activities of the business, that will be called virtual organization. So what is virtual organization? Outsource many of its function to other organization and simply exist as a network of contact. Mean how I'm managing business, contact with these outsource and contact with the customer. With very few, if any, functions being kept in-house. For example, many internet retailers could be seen as virtual companies. For example, Amazon and eBay. They have just created a website. What is a modular organization? Yeah, exactly. What is a modular organization? Modular organization is a mainly manufacturing organization who are manufacturing a product, but all part of that product they are buying from other companies and assemble to make a product, like Honda company example. And what is the difference between hollow and modular? In hollow, they have outsourced only non-core activities. Core activities they are performing in the organization. But in modular, all activities relating to production, purchase, sales has been outsourced. So what is the difference between virtual and modular? Virtual is mainly relating to services, while modular is relating to manufacturing. So our example of a boundaryless manufacturing company. They break the manufacturing process down into modules or components, and each module can then be made by the company or outsourced to an external supplier. For example, a mobile phone manufacturer may pay external manufacturer to make processor, screen, and then assemble them along with other components it has manufactured itself. So what is boundaryless organization? Instead of performing business operation within the organization, if you are performing business organization outside by outsourcing to others, that is called boundaryless. And there are three types of boundaryless organization. Hollow, mean you outsource non-core activities. Virtual, you have outsourced everything. And modular, you have outsourced manufacturing components to other organization, and what you are doing just designing and assembling. So what we have covered? We have covered four types of structure: entrepreneurial, functional, divisional, matrix, and boundary-less organization. According to boundary-less, we have three types of organization or three types of structure: hollow, virtual, and modular. Now we are moving towards another writer called Mintzberg. Mintzberg have defined different elements of structure. But he has defined elements of structure. Elements of organization structure. And he has defined these elements of organization structure in a model called building block. According to Mintzberg, there are 5 elements of organization structure: strategic apex, middle line, operating core, technostructure, and support staff. According to Mintzberg, there are 5 elements of organization structure: strategic apex, middle line, operating core, technostructure, and support staff. Strategic apex, top management mean board of directors who make decisions, who make strategies for the business. Middle line mean managers who manage the business, who communicate top strategies to lower level. And operating core, labor, who perform the physical work. Can you understand? Strategic apex, top management, directors who make decisions, who define strategies. And middle line is working between labor and top management who communicate top level decisions to lower level and lower level problems to top level and monitor the labor. And who is operating core? The people of managers. And operating core, supervisors and employees who perform the physical work. What is meant by technostructure? Technostructure means highly skilled staff. Highly skilled staffs who provide guidance. Who provide guidance? Mean guide other. They are specialist staff like accounting and finance department staff, IT department staff, engineers who do not perform everything by themselves, but they guide others. They help the board of directors in making decisions through accounting, finance knowledge, through IT knowledge, through engineering knowledge. What are support staff? Support staff mean admin of the organization who provide support to all organization, who try to implement rules, policies into the organization, who try to control things, administration. So according to Mintzberg building block model, there are 5 elements of organization structure. Strategic packs, top management, directors who make decisions, who formulate strategies, middle line managers who communicate top level decision to lower level and low level problem to top level, help the top level management to manage things. Operating core, the workers who perform physical work. Technostructure, highly skilled staff who provide guidance like account finance, IT, and engineers. And support staff who provide support to the whole organization like administration. And according to these 5 elements of organization structure, Mintzberg have defined 6 types of structure. According to these 5 elements, Mintzberg has defined 6 types of structure. What are the 6 types of structure? Are 6 types of organization. Simple structure, machine bureaucracy, professional organization or professional bureaucracy, divisional organization, adhocracy, and missionary organization. According to 5 elements of structure, Mintzberg has explained 6 types of structure. He has explained there is one structure where strategic apex is main dominant. There is one structure where middle line is main dominant. There is one structure where operating core is main dominant. One type of structure is having technostructure main dominant. One type of structure is having support staff main dominant. First type of organization structure is a simple structure, that is entrepreneurial structure. In entrepreneurial structure, who is dominant? Strategic apex. There is no middle line, no technostructure, no support staff, only the laborer and honor means strategic apex. So who is a dominant? Strategic apex. And this type of structure work in owner managed business where everything is working around single entrepreneurial owner. So this is also known as entrepreneurial structure. And it tends to occur in a newer organization, organization has just born small with one or a few top managers who control the rest of the workforce. There is no structure, no technostructure, no middle line by way of direct supervision. While this is fast, obviously single owner can make fast decision, flexible. He can change organization whenever he wants. Its reliance on just a few main managers means it will struggle to handle significant growth, but a growing business cannot be managed by a single entrepreneur because he is not expert in all areas. In growing business have to face complexities. And to deal with the complexities, you need expertise, and you being an owner is not expert in all areas. Can you understand this? What is machine bureaucracy? Machine bureaucracy means highly formal structure. Highly formal structure. Like functional structure is called machine bureaucracy, where you have given authority to expert, highly skilled people so that they can provide guidance to people working in that department. In this structure, who is dominant? technostructure. Though APAC's middle line are also dominant, but the main dominating factor is highly expert people that you needed to manage the complexity of business. So that a highly formal organization structure like function structure is called machine bureaucracy. This structure tends to occur in a large established organization where work is very formalized with a large number of rules and procedures, highly formal. Highly routine operating activities mean there is nothing to do new. Everything is doing in routine, running in routine. Jobs and roles will be clearly defined. Each manager is focusing on his function department, and there will be a lot of plans and budget. Standardization is important here. McDonald is a classic machine bureaucracy. Our government organization are working on a highly formal structure. They could also be example of machine bureaucracy. Is a point. And the organization where middle line in managers are dominating, that will be called a divisional structure. Who is dominating factor? Middle line in managers. Even dominate on the facts because they have to decide how to manage that division. So this is similar to divisional structure. The head of each division, middle line managers will have control over the day-to-day operations and strategy of their part of the business, while the directors, strategic packs will concentrate only planning and performance. So where strategic packs is dominating, that is simple structure entrepreneurial. Where technostructure is important, dominated, that is machine bureaucracy. And where middle line is dominant, managers divisional. There are some organizations who provide services. Can you give examples of services organization that provide services rather than production of goods? Banks, school, college, hospitals, insurance companies. What do they do? They provide services. Who provide the services in bank? Bankers. Who provide the services in hospital? Doctors. Are they owners? No. They are workers. Mean they are operating core. So that organization where operating core is important. Because doctor will decide when we will work, when we will treat the patient, when we will go into the operation theater, when we will sit outside treating the prescribing the people. Banker will decide when we will have a meeting with different types of customers. Mean operating core is dominant. That organization will be called professional bureaucracy. Who is dominating? Operating core. Because organization providing services rather than goods production. And services are provided by the expert people who are providing services mean operating core. This occur in organizations that rely on highly skilled members, accountancy firm, lawyer firms are other examples of this. Staff such as in the medical and legal industries. These are still bureaucratic. Obviously, they are formal. Who is senior, who is junior? There are different departments as well with many rules and procedures, but decision making is decentralized with each individual staff member. Mean top management cannot impose decision on the operating core. They have to consult operating core. In fact, operating core will decide the operations. Having significant independence and power, it can be very difficult for senior management to effectively control this sort of organization. So that would be called professional. So we have covered 4 types of organization according to Mintzberg. Simple structure, where strategic packs is dominant. Machine bureaucracy, where technostructure is dominant. Professional bureaucracy, where operating core is dominant. And divisional structure, where middle line is dominant. Now we are moving towards another type of organization that is called ad hocracy. Ad hocracy means highly informal structure. Before moving to this type of organization, let's discuss a small concept regarding business environment. Business environment mean industry market. Business environment mean industry or market in which we operate as a business. So that industry market is called business environment. Business environment are of two types: stable or static business environment, and other is complex or dynamic business environment. Some industries are stable and static, mean new innovations never happen every year. New innovation happen, come around after 5 to 10 years, like car manufacturing industry. It's stable static business environment, mean new technology not coming year to year. One technology it has introduced into the industry that will work for 5 to 10 years. After 5 to 10 years, new technology will come. What they will do for 5 to 10 years, just changing the shape of the car, just changing the light shape. Some 1 year they have made the straight line, other year they will made the round light, and the technology will be same. Some industries are complex and dynamic, mean changing, like IT industry. Every day there are new innovation. One day you have adopted new technology, next day there is a new technology, mean you have to change yourself. IT industry, mobile industry. If you are operating in stable static business environment, you can manage business with the formal structure. Because of formal structure, decision making communication will become slow. Because there will be tall structure, communication decision making will be slow. But if you are operating in complex, dynamic, changing business environment, you have to communicate quick regarding new innovation, and you have to make a quick decision, because the business who will adopt new technology first, he will survive in the industry. Those who fail to adopt first as compared to competitor, they will be out of the industry, like Nokia. So for that, you need not a formal structure, you need informal structure. What is a formal? There are different levels of management. What is informal? Everybody is sitting on one level. If there are different levels, communication will be slow, decision making will be slow. Like directors, a chairman, under chairman there is board of director, under board of director there are assistant director, under them there are managers, under managers there are supervisors, and then employees. If anything going wrong over there, that will be communicated first here, then there, then there, then there, then they will decide okay what to do, and the decision will be communicated here first, then here, then here, then here, then they will know okay what to do. So there will be slow communication, slow decision making. If directors having managers and employees, that will be called informal structure. Everybody is close to each other, communication decision making process will be quick. And if you are operating in complex dynamic business environment, you have to focus on informal structure so that you can make a quick decision. You can adopt a new technology fast through quick decision making and survive. So for organization who are operating in stable static business environment, they can operate in machine bureaucracy. But for organization like IT organization who are operating in complex dynamic business environment, they needed highly informal structure, need ad hocracy. The focus is on innovation because you are operating in complex dynamic business environment, making it more suitable than the other more formal structure for fast moving dynamic industry. Mean you don't need this. Such organizations tend to create teams of expert. Mean everybody will be working together as a team, because in team you can make innovation through support of all. By imposing decision, you cannot achieve innovation. Different fields and decisions are decentralized with power being allocated where it is needed within the organization. Standardization is not usually encouraged. I mean, you have to work together, not individually. In its early years, NASA or the National Aeronautics and Space Administration was an example of adhocracy, mean they were working as a team. It was given only an end goal of landing on the moon and a time frame in which to achieve it, who was senior, who was junior, not defined. It encouraged flexibility, adaptability, and rapid decision making, quick decision making, and allowed it to succeed. They might include project-based organization like filmmaking, consulting, and pharmaceutical firm, because they have to adopt things quickly. So we can understand what is, so which element was not dominating anywhere. The sports staff. So they said sports staff is dominating here. I mean, everybody is dominating. Even the sports staff will be dominating because everybody is working at the same level. So we have covered 5 types of organization: simple, machine bureaucracy, professional services, divisional, adhocracy. What is this missionary organization? Missionary organization is an organization where everybody is working for a common purpose, common goal, common mission. There is no conflict of interest. No conflict of interest means people are not focusing on their personal interest. Everybody is having one interest, that is that mission they have to achieve. Like military organization, that will be called missionary. Who is dominant is not defined. So the mission and beliefs of the organization are dominant, with all employees actions having to tie into this. Behaviors or norms become standardized, mean they define their norms, their rules, how to work, and they work towards achieving one mission. Like you can see a football team is a missionary organization. What's their mission? To score more goals and to win. And they can win if they focus on one mission with no conflict of interest. So we have covered 4 main types of structure: entrepreneurial, functional, divisional, matrix. We have covered 3 types of structure according to boundaryless structure: hollow, virtual, and modular. And we have covered 5 elements of organization structure according to Mintzberg. And 6 types of structure are types of organization according to Mintzberg: the simple structure, machine bureaucracy, professional bureaucracy, divisional structure, adhocracy, and missionary. Now moving towards some more concepts relating to organization structure. Separation of direction and management. In a company, owners and management is different. Who is the owner? Shareholder. They appoint management, mean directors to manage the company. And this company is a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity mean artificial person in a society. Company assets are asset of the company rather than owner or management. Company debts liabilities are debts of the company rather than owner or directors. So shareholder provide or transfer management to the directors, and directors appoint different managers to help them. And they provide direction to managers how they should work, how they should help. So that is a concept of separation of direction and management. Just reading, there is nothing to understand. Let's move forward. Scalar chain out of shoring and span of control. What is scalar chain? Directors, assistant directors, managers, assistant managers, supervisors, and then employees. This is one tall structure. No, owner, directors, and then directly employees. This is flat structure. So scalar chain, how many layers of management? Here there are many layers of management. Here there are fewer layers of management. So that concept is called scalar chain, mean layers of management from top to bottom. So this is the line of control that can be traced up or down the chain of command top down. It relates to the number of levels of management within an organization. Either there are so many levels of management or there are few levels of management. That is called scalar chain. What is offshoring? If you have created some parts of the organization to other country, that will be called offshoring, mean outside, foreign. So this refers to outsourcing or relocating some organization function from one country to another. Like most of the renowned big clothing brand of the world, they are having their presence in UK, USA, but Europe, but their manufacturing is done in Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, China, Egypt, because the production cost is lower over there. Mean they have created their production in some other countries so that they are working on offshoring, mean foreign operations. Though the cost saving may be significant, mean why they have moved towards offshoring? Saving cost. It can create additional problems such as cultural differences and language barriers, but there could be some problems of culture as well as language barriers. Even they have created their customer services department in these countries like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, China. But their culture are different. UK, Europe, USA culture are different. Like if any customer is calling to any brand, say Zara, and customer is sitting in USA or UK, they are considering like we are calling to Zara people sitting in UK. But actually that call is answered from people sitting in Pakistan. So there could be some language problem. There could be some language fluency problem or accent problem, or could be some problem relating to culture, because Pakistan culture and UK culture are different. But to save cost, they create some function, they perform some function from other country, but there could be some problem. Now moving towards another concept called span of control. Span of control is in this tall structure. Suppose this is one superior. How many subordinates working under him? Only two. This is one superior. How many subordinates working under him? Only two. This is one superior. How many subordinates working under him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mean there are many subordinates, there are few subordinates. So this is called span of control, mean how many subordinates working under one manager or superior, that is called span of control. Span of control could be narrow, like fewer number of people working under him. or could be wide. Many people are working under it. Span of control could be narrow or wide. So what is span of control? This is the number of people for whom a manager is directly responsible. In how many people working under one manager for whom he is responsible for whom he is controlling. Factors influencing span of control include the nature of work. It depends upon nature of work. More repetitive and simple the work, the wider the span of control, you can manage many people. Type of personnel, more skilled and motivated staff, the wider the span of control. And location of personnel, if on same location, you can manage many people. If on different location, it will be difficult to manage different people. So locally located personnel, the wider the span of the control. Because they are working under you in same location, you can check. If they are working in different parts of the world, so you cannot manage all through wider span of control. You can manage to maximum 3 people, not more than this. So according to this span of control, there are two types of organization, tall and flat. Or we can say tall, narrow, and flat, wide organization. This is a tall, narrow, means span of control is narrow and shape of the structure is tall. This is a flat, wide. Mean span of control is wide and shape of the structure is flat. In tall, narrow, communication decision making will be slow. In tall, narrow, communication decision making will be slow because it has to be passed line by line. In flat, wide, there will be rapid, quick, fast communication as well as decision making because there will be fewer line of management. Tall, narrow is rigid. Rigid in a sense, there are different levels of management. If this person is absent, this person will not work for him. This person will not work for him because it is out of my level. That work will not be performed. This is flexible because everybody is working on the same level. If suppose this person is absent, either this person or this person will perform his work because it is of same level. People will switch from one task to another as demand require. I mean, there is flexibility. Tall, narrow is a formal based on bureaucracy, while flat, wide is informal and it is more suitable for complex dynamic business environment. It is suitable for stable static business environment. So what is tall and flat organization or structure? Tall organization have many layers of management from top to bottom with a long scalar chain in so many levels of management and a narrow span of control, mean fewer number of subordinates. They tend to be more bureaucratic, mean formal, and take a longer to make a decision, means slow communication and decision making. Flat have a fewer layers of management, mean just one or two, not more than this. With a short scalar chain, mean fewer levels of management and wide span of control, mean many subordinates. They tend to have a weaker control and fewer chances for employees to progress to be promoted within the organization because there are few levels of management. Moving forward. Shared services approach. What is that? Where different departments work is dependent upon other and they share services with each other. That is called shared services approach. Like if one department employee are absent, they can share skills from other. This approach involves restructuring the provision of certain services within the organization. So instead of service being found in several different parts of the organization, it is centralized to one specific part of the organization. Our shared services approach could be like that. There is one IT department who is providing services to all divisions. Instead, every division is having their separate IT department. If one IT department that is situated at head office is providing IT services to all divisions around the world, that will be called shared services approach. Means services can be shared from one department to all type of organization. For example, a medium-sized business may have a couple of staff in each department that deal with IT for that part of the organization. There could be some advantages. Improved quality of service provision. Mean if the IT department is working in different parts of the world, they are facing different problems in different parts of the world, so their quality of services can be improved. Improved consistency of services. Mean every division is working on same level of IT. And cost saving, obviously, you can save cost instead of having duplicated departments, IT department in every division. You have created one IT department at head office, so that will save cost as well. There are two more types of structure that are centralization and decentralization. What are these? Centralization, where top management making all the decision and then communicating to lower level. Mean from the headquarters, they are making a decision and communicating to other departments. You have to work like this. They are not consulting the lower level in making a decision. That is called centralization. Decentralization, where you have delegated decision making authority to local managers. They can make decision by themselves as well, according to their local problems. In divisional, we have delegated the authority to divisional manager. In entrepreneurial or functional, we are working on centralized decision making. So what is centralization? The upper level of an organization hierarchy retain decision making authority, mean no delegation of decision making authority to lower level. What is best, centralization or decentralization? Both. If you are working in different geographical areas, every area is having different culture. So by sitting in one area, you cannot manage all areas. You have to appoint local culture knowledge person so that he can better deal the local area. So decentralization, the authority to take decision is passed down to units and people at lower level. There are some factors on which centralization, decentralization depends. Management style, whether they want to retain authority with themselves or they want to delegate authority to others so that they can release themselves from problems, from tensions. Ability of management, if you are having expert people down you, decentralization is best. If you are having unskilled people down you, then centralization is best. Geographical spread, if it is on different geographical location, decentralization is best. If you are working on one geographical area, then centralization is best. Size of organization, small organization will work on centralization, entrepreneurial, functional. Bigger organization will work on decentralization because you will not be able to manage business by yourself. There are some advantages of decentralization. Senior management, time will be saved. They have to focus on strategy making rather than small, tiny issues. Who will manage small, tiny issues? Local managers. Better local decision due to local expertise, because local manager are having better knowledge about local condition. So they can deal things better than you. It can help to motivate the local managers by giving them authority. Their retention will be ensured and decision will be quicker. Don't have to be referred to top management. But there are some disadvantages. Loss of control by senior management, mean who is managing business, mainly local managers. Dysfunctional decision due to lack of goal congruence, and local managers might not focusing on the main objective of the organization. They sometimes make decision for their self-interest. Decision making might be poor if local managers are not expert. You need to train the local managers to give them authority. If there is no training, the delegation of authority will be risky. Duplication of role within the organization, mean who is performing what role, it will be difficult to define. Mean some people might be performing same role, different people. And extra cost in obtaining information, mean if they are resolving problem at local level by themselves, top management is not aware of local problems. So they have to take reports from local managers, so that will require extra cost for the reporting. Shall we move forward? Shall we move forward and complete this? No, we will not be able to complete this. There are many topics available. So let's discuss one more topic and finish. That will be enough for today. Level of strategy. There are three levels of management. And planning is done, decision making is done at three levels in the organization. One level is called strategic level, mean top management, board of directors who make long-term planning. Long-term mean 5 to 10 years or more. Decision will be taken at strategic level. Tactical level mean middle management. Managers who make short-term decisions. Short-term mean up to 1 year. Like preparing budgets, yearly budgets. Operation, lower management. And they are involved in day-to-day planning. They are involved in day-to-day tasks. So there are three levels of management: strategic level, top management who make long-term decision like 5 to 10 year or more planning. Tactical level, middle management who are involved in short-term planning like yearly budget. And operation level who are involved in day-to-day planning, day-to-day tasks, completing tasks, called lower management, means supervisors. So within organization, each level of management will have different roles and responsibilities. This is especially the case when it comes to developing a strategy or plan for the future. If business need to invest in a new country, who will decide? Strategic, tactical, or operational? If business need to invest in a new country, they want to create a branch in any new country, that is required huge investment. Which level decision is that? Strategic level, tactical, or operational level? Strategic level, obviously. If there is any problem with the machinery, how to rectify this machinery, who will decide? Operational. Where machinery is used at operational level. Whether we need to replace this machinery or not, who will decide? Technical. So the autonomy triangle is a model that can be used to state the type of strategic planning that will be made at each level of organization hierarchy. Different types of planning done at 3 levels. Strategic planning undertaken by senior management, mean board of director, top management, involving long-term decisions for the entire organization. Tactical undertaken by middle management. It tend to look at plans for specific division or department and specifies how to use resources, or you can say short-term planning. And operational planning undertaken by junior managers and supervisors. It is a short-term, detailed and practical like day-to-day plan. Not short-term, very short-term. And that's enough for today. In next lecture, we will cover some different functions of the organization and we will explain those function of the organization, and then we will move towards kit practice questions. I mean, regarding chapter 1, chapter 2, we will complete chapter 2 in next lecture, and then we will cover chapter 1, chapter 2 kit practice questions. So that along with the learning, we are covering the practice as well. So that's it for the day. Hope you have enjoyed the class. So see you in next class. Everybody's happy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, happy, but for a fast day, it was a little bit exhausted for